And we're rolling. Welcome back to K&R Custom Performance and Auto Care. We thought we'd do another update on the Cougar and the little bit of progress we've made on getting it ready to do its thing. A few things. Got some more trim pieces on the car. Some seals as far as, you know, weather stripping and stuff like that starting to come in. I've had on order for a while. This is the trunk. We've got the original trunk lock cover replaced with a new one. This cover here. That's mounted in. Adjusted the trunk as best as I could. The fit on these panels on these older cars, a lot of times they just didn't line up very well, but this one's pretty close for what it is. One of the neater things that we did, we found some electronic sequential modules for the taillights. These cars were originally equipped with the sequential turn signals, and we've got those in, and they're not completely wired in, but it's wired in enough that we can test them here. We wanted to show everybody, you know, what they look like, and that's what we're going to do right now. So, kind of cool.
I'm not talking.
No, my camera person just informed me she's not talking.
I just always sound
So I am installing the wiring actual harness in the car, and that's kind of a lengthy process, but fairly easy with the wiring kit that we bought. So. What else have we done?
Door locks.
Yes, we're putting door glass back in, or not door glass, but actually the quarter windows are back in. I've got to get the regulators in there, but the seals are in there. Again, just working on some interior stuff, getting that kind of put back together, seals and whatnot. Pop out a little bit, but you know, weather stripping, things like that. I'm hoping by maybe the end of next week to have all the glass back in it, and have that part of it done. I did get the new locks came in. Of course, the door handles were on it. Another thing I was able to do was to mount the gauges in the housing for the instrument cluster, and those are in both the speedometer and the tach, so that's kind of cool. Once that's in the car, we'll do a what do you want to call it? Turn everything on once it's mounted.
Demonstration?
Yeah, demonstration, and all the fascia and everything is on here. I'm also working on the JLD 404, getting it mounted in the piece that it's going to mount into, and which is this piece here. And of course, it's got plenty of trim that goes over that, which is this piece here. This padded piece here lays over top of this. Goes over top of that. All that mounts in the car. So I'm doing some adapting to that piece to allow the JLD 404 to have its little home there. We also have another little voltage meter that I wanted to put in the car. This is just a very simple voltmeter. I think it does 200 volts, and I don't know, it came with a little amp thing, but I'm not going to use that. I just want strictly a voltage gauge in the cockpit so I can see
where you're at.
Where it's at. I know the JLD of 404 has a voltage setting, but I want to keep that on amperage and amp hours. So we're just going to have that beside the JLD 404 to monitor.
Do you think that you're going to want to know, you know, the story that we have behind this piece right here? Are you going to want to know that? Do you want to record that just for your own interest and for...
What's that story?
The story behind this interesting thing that you remember you lost the the auction.
Oh, there was a very nice one on eBay. This one was kind of old and damaged and had started to come apart on the back side, and I just took some epoxy and repaired it. This is kind of a almost cardboard type material. It's very soft, and over time it deteriorates. I mean, those things happen. So there was a very nice, very pristine unit on eBay that I ended up losing, which is rare that I lose something off of eBay, but it just went for more money than I was willing to spend on that. So I ended up,
you were so blue. Remember?
I know,
you were so blue.
I was bummed because it kind of ticked me off how it happened. But anyways,
yeah. But here's the thing. This is what Royce does. He always makes lemonade out of lemons, right?
I try to.
Yes, you really do.
I try to.
And
yeah.
so
this is our.
We created something out of something that wasn't working.
Yes, yeah. So I just repaired what I had, and I bought a new. This little Cougar emblem here is new. The one that was in there, the chrome had come off of, and it just, looked really shabby and terrible.
So you found one of these.
So I found a reproduction one of those. One of the things that I'm noticing the more that I look is there's quite a few production pieces coming in for the Cougars now, which I don't know if that's just maybe now because I'm paying attention, I'm finding more of them.
Probably, but still.
I see new things coming along all the time, where a year ago, or when we bought the car last November,
you couldn't find anything.
I couldn't find anything. There was nothing.
But you are digging more.
And
and it's like, I mean, the renovation of the car is as valuable as the electric portion of it, because I think there's going to be people, like you said, that stop by here. They love these cars.
They love these cars. We actually, we had a gentleman, 2 weeks ago, I think it was about 2 weeks ago.
It was a Saturday, wasn't it?
No, it was during the week. We had moved the Cougar outside, and he drove past, was with his wife, made her turn around and come back.
They were out from out of town.
They were from out of town.
They shouldn't even have been back here.
Yeah,
this is
they were kind of lost. They were from out of town. He makes his wife turn around to come back just to see the car. He has a '68 Mustang. They were from Kansas. And when we explained to him what we were doing, he was just totally enthralled. But, the enthusiasm that we find around these old pony cars is just phenomenal. I mean, people just, like I said before, customers come in, they're, what's that? What is that? And
and it's not generational.
And it's not generational. I mean, young people
are still drawn to the body type.
Still drawn to that classic muscle car. And I don't know if it's...
Well, that's why they're redoing them.
Yeah.
GM, and that's...
Yeah. So, exactly. Now we have the Mustangs and the Camaros that look... They're new, but they're retro styled to remind us of the old.
Hey, and they're head turners.
Oh, they are.
They're head turners.
Yeah, that Camaro's a good looking car. I mean,
but not like this kind of head turner.
No, not like an original.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's move on.
Okay,
because your best friend Jack is going to want to see the transmission.
Yes, we'll get to the transmission. We did build an accessory 12-volt battery out of some A123 26650 cells that I had here at the shop. I wanted to have a 12-volt battery in the car as a kind of a filter. It's sort of a tank. I really don't want to put all that load. I'm going to have a lot of 12-volt things going on, cooling fans, things like that are running on 12 volts, and I really don't want to load the battery. DC to DC converter with all of that task. I think that the DC to DC converters, even though Jack has done some work with the diodes and the filters on the inlines coming in, I think there's a lot of noise there still. And one thing that a little 12-volt battery will do is it will act as a filter. It's basically going to level that load so all that noise on those lines goes away, essentially. and that's why I wanted that in there, and I went ahead and just made a little aluminum bracket, put this battery together. It's a 14 amp hour 13.2 volt nominal battery, and attached to using the car for ground. This is our main power lead out of our harness. I'd hook it up, but it puts power to where power's supposed to be, and none of the other wires are hooked up and could cause a short.